Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, how you doing? Hope you're doing fine. I'm bright and breezy, mainly because I work from home today. So I didn't have to do a lot of travelling around. For those of you who know me, I do a lot of travelling around London and outside of London for my day job. So I'm bright and breezy today because I didn't have to do that. I worked from home, which was really lovely, just working at my own pace. If this is the first time you're joining me here, my name is Sylvia Smith of Incline Training Consultants Limited. That's kind of my online business. And at some stage I will tell you a bit more about myself. I think I have done in some previous videos, but it doesn't harm to kind of get to know you a bit better, or for you to get to know me a bit better. I'm actually in the car. Shouldn't really be using my phone while I'm in the car, but I'm not touching it, and although it may feel as though I'm somewhat distracted, I'm just actually multitasking. So I'm on my way to my dance, well, is it dance or line dancing class this evening, and enjoying that because essentially it's about movement and also about exercising that memory muscle, which is necessary to remember the steps that you have to do while you're doing line dancing. We learn a series of different dances, but the memory muscle really gets exercised because you have to remember the coordination. So it's really enjoyable. Lots of us are sort of middle-aged people who are sort of just doing our thing on a Monday evening. Didn't go last week because the weather was awful, but today is the day after the first day of spring here in the UK. Our clocks went forward, so you can just see the change instantly. It's after 6, nearly 7 o'clock, and it's still lovely and bright, which is my favourite time of the year. I know there are some folk who like autumn, they like fall, they like to see the leaves falling and so on, but I love the sun, and I love when it's bright. So I've popped on here because in keeping with this whole consistency thing I'm trying to develop, and I haven't vlogged for a couple of days, but now it doesn't feel even so onerous to kind of contemplate doing it, which was really why the whole kind of 30-day vlog challenge was so useful, because it just gets you into that kind of space where you're kind of going to go for it. So I am really glad I did that challenge. And if you do want to check out some of the vlogs I did leading up to my 30-day vlog challenge, I could never get that right, please do check out my channel, and you'll see the other vlogs, which thankfully have built quite a nice little archive, so that's kind of cool. So yeah, it's been interesting. There've been a number of things that I've either watched on social media or thoughts I've had flying through my mind. As some of you will know, I'm also a radio presenter on a community radio station, Hayes FM, and that's also a great place for me to sort of have a bit of an outlet, to sort of blow off some of the cobwebs of the week, particularly on my Friday show, but also it gives me the opportunity to chat. I would consider it public speaking. No, it's not in front of a large audience in my presence, but Simon and I, my co-presenter on our Sunday show, we really enjoy it. We really enjoy it, and particularly when we had a hard week, it's great to sort of have that place to come and play some music and chat about things that are of interest to us, particularly stuff that's going on in our own community. And sometimes, stuff that's going on much further afield. So I really enjoyed that. But one of the reasons I'm here is to build my business online. And I want to discuss two things today, essentially, because one of them is to do with business and the other is to do with a bit of a social issue that has come up. I should really make two videos, but I kind of feel like I want to talk about it now. Well, first of all, the online business. I was listening to an online mentor. Her name is Emma Jones, and she posted a really great video where she's kind of encouraging particularly women to get involved in online business, not exclusively, but she's a woman, a mother. She talks quite authentically about some of the challenges of trying to do this when you have children to raise. Well, that's not my position or my situation right now, but what I really resonated with was what she was saying concerning the time it takes. One of the things that I guess I really struggled with when I had a partnership with a network marketing company recently was the pressure that I felt under to get to recruit, and B, the whole kind of cold calling practice that this company was encouraging. It also reminded me of a network marketing. I've been involved with a couple of network marketing companies, and I'd actually forgotten. Many years ago, I was a consultant or a sales consultant for a company that sold herbal products and vitamin products, and you'll probably know who I'm talking about, but I'm not going to mention their name. And then there's police there, good gracious. And then I joined a company that an old boss of mine got me involved with, and that company, that was in the 90s. That company sold security products. Again, I won't mention the company name, primarily because I can't remember the name, but in both of those companies, they expected you to cold call and host parties and convince your family and friends to get involved. And it just really, and then the one I was involved with recently, the same thing, the same drill. Make a list of 100 people and seek to contact those folk to get them involved in your business. What an absolute nightmare. What a nightmare that was. Initially, particularly with the last one I was involved with, I liked the product in as much as I felt it was a really good product, where it was all about sort of financial education, and I've got no problem with that because I must confess that having been linked with them, I learnt a massive amount, and it was the impetus for me getting my finances straight. So I will be forever in their debt for that, because I think had I not become involved with that company, I probably would still be in a bit of a financial mess, or I would be keeping my head, I can't remember the expression, but when you don't kind of face the issues that you have concerning particular problems, and my finances was one of them that I couldn't bear to face, because I just felt that where on earth do I start? So I will forever be in their debt for helping me to kind of get my head out of the sandpit and face what I needed to sort out. And ever since that time, ever since becoming linked with that particular company, I've gone from strength to strength in terms of sorting out my financial issues and my financial affairs. So, to be fair, I don't want to take anything away from that company in terms of helping me to achieve that. But what I did not like at all was the business model. I don't like recruiting. I don't like, yes, if I have to recommend a service that I felt happy with to friends and family, I don't want there to be this string attached whereby they feel obligated to become involved in my business. That's not the way I want to grow my business or even develop my business. So I really don't like that model, and that's, just have to get it out there. If, however, I am going to develop and grow a business, and I'm wanting to do that from an organic space, i.e. go out there, legitimately market, you show people what you're selling, and they either make a choice as to whether or not they want it. I'm far more comfortable with doing that. And one of the things I like about what I've embarked on now is that, it feels very much like a real business. What I really valued in terms of what Emma was saying was that it's not going to happen overnight. And she asked us to remember that Rome was not built in a day. One of the things my old company used to love saying is that success loves speed. Well, yeah, but at the same time, I also want my success to be something that's sustainable and that's meaningful, and isn't something that represents a hustle, which it really did feel like that when I was with this last company. So I thank that company and the folk who got me involved in it for helping me sort out my financial affairs. I will never take that away from them, because that has been absolutely valuable. But as I say, what I did not like was feeling as though I had to hustle all my friends and relatives around me. That is not what I want to do. So the partnership that I'm involved with now, Elite Marketing Pro, is very much about what they call attraction marketing. And attraction marketing is a system of marketing which isn't about hustling people, but about certainly giving value in the first instance, which kind of aligns well with my values and the way I see things. And when I think about it, even in terms of what I do in my day job, I am one of those people who likes to help other people. I like to offer value, and I kind of feel if I continue along that road, people are going to naturally be attracted to what you have to offer in the longer term. I'm not denying that I don't need support and guidance with things such as closing, which is all about how you actually make the offer and how you attract people to your product. But I'm prepared to take the time that it takes to build that. So that's all I want to say about that. You'll continue to hear more about that journey, and you also will continue to hear about Elite Marketing Pro, which is the company that I partnered with to do that. They're an online business education platform, and as someone who is quite interested in education per se, this again doesn't deviate too far from my values and my interests. So let's draw a line under that. That's all I want to say about that today.